What do you think the potential is for any human being to live the life they want? What would you say? Okay, two people said unlimited, everybody else is quiet. I want you to agree it's really unlimited, potential at least. If you do, give me a yes. Yeah. So if our potential is unlimited, the question is, do most people's results in life reflect their true potential? Would you say yes or no? No. Absolutely not. Why not? You tell me. Well, a lot of people say because they don't take action. I kind of led you with this, right?
Yes.
But you could be a salesman and you can knock on 100 doors and say, you don't want to buy anything from me, would you? You may not say that verbally, but your fear, your emotion could do that. Somebody's going to buy from you out of pity. So a lot of action's helpful, but if you're not certain it's going to work, you won't execute. That's when people say, I tried that. And whenever you say I've tried that, I know they didn't do the right thing. So I created this graphic, and you might want to jot it down, those of you at home or yourself, these 4 words: potential, action, results, and then belief or certainty. And here's how they work in a circle. Our potential's amazing, but if you don't believe something's gonna work, if you've tried to lose weight before and you tried a diet, it didn't work out well, you don't feel certain anymore, and you're also fearful of failing. So when you're uncertain, do you tap full potential, yes or no? No, and when you don't think it's gonna work, you not only don't take full potential, but are you gonna take massive action when you think it's not gonna work anyway? So when you use little potential with little action, what kind of results are you gonna get? Lousy results. When you get lousy results, what does it do to your belief? Your brain goes, see, I told you it wouldn't work. See, I told you nothing never happened. See? And then what happens? Less potential's tapped, less action, worse results, and now you're on the downward spiral. Who's ever been there in a relationship or with your body, your finances, you know what I mean? Now, you might be doing well in one area, like with your kids, you got great movement, but maybe on your finances, not so good. So sometimes we're going in different directions. So how would you change this? What would you guys do? Someone yell it out. What would you do to change the momentum? Where would you enter? Would you work on your potential? That's right, you got a belief. So how do you change your belief? The way you do it with athletes, because I worked with like the Warriors last year, I worked with the NHL champion Stanley Cup, Washington Capitals. You get results in advance. They visualize it, as simple as that sounds, but I'm gonna show you. Can we pop over here?
Please, yeah.
Would you all stand up and I'll show you a quick technique.
Oh, we got a technique. We have to learn this right now. Hey, come on over here.
Over here.
Yeah.
Put your feet together straight ahead, and then bring your right index forward straight in front of you. And when I say now, I want you to turn clockwise comfortably, just as far as you naturally turn, okay? Keep your feet straight, go. Turn clockwise naturally. Everyone at home can do it too. Keep your feet straight. See where you end up? Come back around. Take your finger out of your neighbor's ear. Okay, now close your eyes. It's so simple. Even if you don't think you visualize, you can feel. So I want you to imagine your finger coming up, and imagine it so vividly it feels like it's coming up. Don't actually do it if you're at home or here, but imagine the finger comes up, and then imagine yourself turning twice as far, and it feels really good. See it, feel it. Open your eyes. Now, bring your finger straight, and now turn as far as you can comfortably and see where you go this time.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Okay. So here's my question. How many of you went significantly further? How many went at least 25% further this time? Okay, go. So here's my quick question. Did you have the potential to turn that far the first time? Yes. The potential?
Potential, yes.
Yes. So why didn't you? Because you have beliefs even about how far you can turn, even though you're unaware of them. So you have beliefs about money, you have beliefs about relationship, you have beliefs about business, you have beliefs about your own beauty or strength. And so the way to change them, this is the simplest way I could show you in 2 minutes, is to condition your mind. Because once the mind is certain, the body will go there. Tell us how your life's better, okay? I don't know how long the session was. Again, there's no script here, baby. I just want to work with you heart to heart to say one thing. If you want to break through, you have to make new decisions. New choices create a new life. The only thing stopping you is some limiting belief, some belief about how life should be different or you should be different. Deal with life the way it is. Tell yourself the absolute truth. Don't make it worse than it is. Tell yourself the truth, deal with it. Get a vision, get strong. Get a strategy, get a role model with a strategy and get into action, and then put your focus on taking action every day. Giving, change your approach, you will get there.
Every miracle in the Bible has one thing in common, just one thing in common. Trust me on this, I've studied it. The only thing in common, every miracle in the Bible begins with a problem. You never see a miracle in the Bible without a problem first. There's a problem and then a miracle. So what does that mean? Well, what that means is that when you have a problem, you're blessed because you're a candidate for a miracle. You see, the only person that has a problem is the person that doesn't have a problem. You see, if you have a little problem, you're a candidate for a little miracle. If you got a big problem, you're a candidate for a big miracle. I mean, choose the problem and choose the miracle. But if you have no problem, you're not a candidate for a miracle. I feel badly for you.
What sales really is the transfer of emotion. That's what's happening when you sell. You're transferring emotion. And the primary emotion that you're transferring is the emotion of certainty. In other words, watch this. You as a salesman, when you enter the encounter, you have to be absolutely certain that your product is the best, makes sense, it's gonna give them the best benefits out there, the best value proposition and so forth, and you are in this state of absolute certainty. So imagine now, we have a continuum of certainty, a line of certainty. So we have this line of certainty, and on one side of the equation we have what's called a 1, and the other side we have a 10. So a 10 represents a state of absolute certainty, meaning your product is the best thing since sliced bread. It's gonna give them exactly what they want benefit-wise. It's the best deal for the money. It's gonna make them feel the whole thing, right? It is just absolutely awesome. That's a 10 on the certainty scale. It is great, the best thing since sliced bread. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have what's called a 1, right? Which is, it's the worst piece of shit in the world, right? It's crap, right? Your product is terrible, it's not gonna work, okay? The benefits don't match up what they need, it's overpriced. I don't even wanna be near this piece of crap because I'll just feel stupid even buying it or even thinking about buying it. That's a 1, right? So here's the first thing you need to understand, that the moment you open up your mouth to speak as a salesperson, you start a sale, the question is this: where is the average prospect, the person you're trying to sell to, where are they on the certainty scale at the beginning? Anyone know? Where are they? Who the f knows? You must be in this state of absolute certainty, because what's happening is this. What you're doing when you're selling is everything that you say, everything that you do, every tonality you use, every gesture you make, every document you hand them, every phrase that comes out of your mouth are all designed to do one simple thing: to essentially raise the prospect's level of certainty to as close to his 10 as possible. That's what you're doing. The words that you say, the presentation that you make, the tonalities that you use, any documents you have, sales aids, whatever it might be, is all designed to take them from where they are on the certainty scale and move them to as close to where you are as possible. Essentially, you're transferring your white-hot certainty to someone who's at a cooler level, at a lower level of certainty. It's almost like this first law, or I think it's actually the second law of thermodynamics in physics, right? And you study physics. Energy always flows from hot to cold, not the other way around. So you need to be at this white-hot level of certainty. It's exuding out of you, every pore that you have. And we know what certainty feels like and sounds like. We intuitively know as salespeople, and our prospects know as well. We know when someone sounds certain and they have confidence and they're enthusiastic. We know what that looks like, feels like, and sounds like.
Paulo Coelho, the author of The Alchemist, once said that when you and I turn 23, 24 years old, our brain, something happens to it where we become more logical. We're no longer, oh my gosh, this is possible, I can take over the world. I don't know if I can really take over. It seems kind of impossible if you really think about it. There's no way in the world we can build something like this. So we go into this whole different state of thinking, right? The possibility thinking is not out there. Let me explain to you a little bit more about this. Go back 2011. I'm in my room, in my office in Woodland Hills, right by Warner Center Marriott. I have made a friend. I had known him for 4 or 5 years. We've done business together. Very smart guy, loved him, loved his wife, good-looking family, went to Wharton Business School, sharp as hell, brilliant guy. He comes to me after meeting at Cheesecake Factory because he says, I'd like to invest. I want you to be the CEO. I want to be your COO president. We go build this company together. I said, great, let's meet. So we finally meet in the office. It's 12:30. We're about to finalize the information to go into contract. And the number we agreed at this time, there's nothing taking place good at this time with the company. We're trying to build it. It's a lot of work. But we've been around for a year and a half. There's some track record. So we come out with this number around $500,000 for 10% of the company.